So much to talk about. We haven't even talked since I left Sedona, which is, we did talk on the phone that one day. Yeah.
Brief. I think we've been briefly
Mm.
speaking. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, I couldn't. What's that?
it's so good. It's so good to see you.
Yes, it's good to
A
see you.
lot of energy. There's so much going on. Just today, I mean,
Yeah.
my heart strings are really pulling because and there are people that are getting upset and feeling really emotional.
Yeah.
A lot of that going on, even towards me, and that people are never like that towards me.
Yeah.
And I see the mismatch. I went out and I'm hearing it from other people, but I'm going in deeper, like I'm going in deeper to see because it's touching my heart and my spirit. So spirit is kind of guiding me and telling me, okay, maybe this is what you need to do for this broadcast too. There's something special we can do because there's a lot going on, and
Yeah.
so but go ahead and but it's good.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
prior, I mean, I was very much really tuning in, really praying, calling in all the beings, and I'm sitting here and I'm cathedral's right out here, and a hawk just flew right by my window. So
Good.
I knew that was a sign, a messenger, of the beings and of the angelics, because I was really asking for that for this broadcast.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it. I'm feeling better now. I'm starting to. I went through a lot of purging last night. Thank you for joining us on the solstice again. We did a solstice in the summer, which was incredible. Everything we've done when we collaborated has been incredible, including that Sunday soul session we had when I first got to Sedona when the rose colored thing
Yeah.
came in through the window. That was
Yes.
crazy.
Yes.
But yeah, we've had some incredible collaborations. And when we were in Sedona, it was incredible. And yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just been fantastic. So it's really good to see you on a personal level. You're my dear sister, and yeah. So this is an important connection, and I know every time we get together, you're always pulling stuff in, and I guess I am too. But so thank you for sharing space with us and honor us with your presence today. I'm going to kind of turn this over to you a little bit because it's unlike me. I'm not really that prepared to talk right now. I just need a minute to gather myself. So it is a powerful day, though. We just had a very powerful show with Amanda Lawrence and Carrie Samadi. We're going to have one right after this with Katie Indicrow. The Blu-ray grid's tightening. And how you been? How you been? What are you feeling?
A lot. I'm noticing a lot of there's this is such a time. I mean, there's 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 a lot of magic. There's a lot of great magic that is infiltrating through the emotions, through the connections. Because I experienced some amazing magic the last couple of days here in Sedona. That there's like all these levels and there's all these dimensions that are happening all at once. So we're in apparently this full moon, and it's Cancer, and Cancer is really emotional, and people have been really showing emotions to me and uh, some intensity, and I've been checking into that, and then I listening to close friends who are in other places, not here, because it was really interesting. Last night I was talking to my dearest friend who's in a populated area, and we're not populated here, and he was talking about the intensity of the people and they're just the emotions and they're driving crazy and you've got to be so careful. And I was saying to him, well, I'm not experiencing that because I'm in Sedona, small town. Today I go to the store people, like, they were in the cars, and they were just, I was just trying to go into my, just a space at Whole Foods, and this car in front of me is just like looking at me and just glaring at me and so angry that I'm like trying to get a space. And so I tuned into that, like all this emotional thing, and how there's this, and I was starting to look into my own self, because there's been some altercations with some people and clients, and they're getting upset, and I'm looking at, and a lot, some of them are just very upset, and I realized, I prayed about this last night. It's really not so much me or the situation, because of how emotional they are and how intense they are, that somehow I just was in this position to bring this energy forth. And in some of the situations, like, there's nothing I can do. Like, there's no way that I can help them, because they won't even allow me to help them, because they're just flat out, they're upset and they're angry about this and that. But I also looked into, I was kind of starting to feel sensitive a few days ago, and I started to really tune in, and I'm like, what is this? Why is this? What's the mismatch? And I started tuning in, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. Okay, so I'm saying this to this woman. I'm thinking and experiencing this whole other thing, right? And she isn't understanding it, because I'm using words, and the words are not correlating. My words and her words aren't correlating. And it kind of made me sad, but I finally got it. I'm like, oh, I understand. She doesn't understand my language. And there was, like, I think because of it, there was like a miscommunication. Because I bring in the templates, I bring in the Stargate pendants and the Sedona crystals, and they're a template that I bring in. And the whole configuration of them, everything about them, the way that they're designed, that's it. Like, if I could bring in this Stargate priestess pendant, that's it. That's the template. The other ones may come from it, and they could have a little bit different crystals hanging from it, but it's the same. It's the same energy. It's connecting to the same energy. And because she didn't understand that, and I said, it's the same. It's the same. There was such a miscommunication of, almost like I was putting something on her. Like I was trying to tell her something that wasn't true. And so I started digging in a bit deeper and looking into this. And I'm seeing that I was working with another client the other day, and I was seeing, and the angels came in, and it's wonderful to connect in with the angels. But when I'm in that space, and I'm working with a client, and I'm doing soul reading connections, my vision really, really opens up, and I could see the new frequency, or what we're calling, because this is the thing, Todd. We have different words for kind of the same energy. Ascension, the new earth, frequency, the divine original blueprint, awakening. And I saw how this woman was literally going into the new earth, how she was being brought into this new frequency. Now, that's how I'm expressing it now, because I saw a vision. A lot of times, spirits or the Akashic records, they don't tell us, but it comes in pictures.
Yeah.
and then we have to decipher those pictures,
Yeah.
with our words and our connections. So I saw how this woman, it was so amazing, but it was just showing me what was happening is that by her being impulsed by her heart was guiding her way, and the angels, oh, were so around her, and they were showing her and speaking to her through her heart and through her intuitive sensitivities what was the right direction. And that's how she knew, was from the heart. And it was like strengthening. And I saw her like these impulses, this energy that was coming out like this, and how she was leading into it through her heart, but it was through her super sensitivity that she knew what was truth in the heart. And I saw her literally go into this amazing, beautiful frequency. Like that's like the shift, or that's the ascension. She just walked right through, and she was just totally guided by her heart, by what she was being drawn to. And
Wow.
it was such an amazing experience and vision to actually see that
Yeah.
and know that that's true, and that's what we're experiencing. And so at the same time, Todd, what I'm experiencing as well is like how to, how we enter the new earth, or how do we ascend. And I'm going to say that it is through our heart and through our emotional body that guides us. And as this is happening, and I am literally seeing and feeling like a stronger resonance of of love,
Yeah.
of the ascension of spirit. And so how we enter through this way is through this love. Now as this love is coming in, it's like the crystals, and what the crystals are doing here in Sedona, this manifestation, and what they do to me is how they bring this light through my whole entire body. And so it's purifying my cells. And
Mm.
so those places that, like the inner child, I really feel the inner child happening now, as well as we've worked through that. But those emotions, those tender emotions of the inner child and love, and we've got to kind of hit some tender spots so that we can bring that love back into that place and make that alignment with a higher aspect of source and our divinity.
Yeah.
So
It
so that's, what I'm seeing in other magic and other beings that have come.
it's it's to me what you're describing is if I just look at the last 24 hours, it's like a purity frequency, purity.
Purity
And when you
frequency.
said to touch, I don't know what you just said, something about when you were talking about the inner child and touching these tender spots. Is that what you said? Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I spent part of the day with Lisa Transcendence Brown yesterday, and we had a conversation. We always do, but in that conversation, it was very gratifying because uh, a vulnerability came out in me, which I've not often shared. Obviously, I share with Morgan, over our relationship. For me, it was not really about that moment so much as about what's happening. I've been telling Morgan for a few days that my heart's been expanding. I just want to like constantly, and I don't, because I don't want to sound too cheesy about how grateful I am and how thankful I am and appreciative of her and of everything that's happening. And I think in talking with Mandy and Carrie this morning, the same type of thing. Like something has occurred, something's happened, where this purity frequency is rising to the top. I mean, it's not even rising; it's just here, and it's very interesting. The other thing that I'm noticing too within myself, and what I'm picking up in others, is there's this clearing or cleansing that's occurring almost without conscious effort. And I don't know how it is for everybody else, but I'm seeing it happen. It's actually happening to me right now. I purged all night last night in lucid dreaming, and it was like, and I've had that happen. It happened a lot in Sedona when I was there in October. I did a lot of purging in my lucid dream state, and but this one last night was just like massive. I mean, it was just massive. I'm shaking right now. So, in talking with Carrie and Amanda this morning, you know, it, as it was occurring in the present moment, I was getting messages of it is a new day. I think Carrie said this is the first page of the new book or whatever, but something to me in my universe feels very different today, very much so. And I think the words purity, frequency, and this cleansing, this clearing, uh, is right there in my face, at least on a personal level. And I think what you're describing too, uh, and I think that's what you're saying, is that this is happening. What you're the experience that you're relating about these clients is occurring collectively.
Absolutely. I love like the purity frequency. And I really feel that that's how we get there, is through a like a purity, and like to experience joy again, and how our inner child, to let them express again, like,
Mm.
joy. How it used to be just joyful when you were younger and you used to play, and we had a certain kind of innocence and a certain kind of purity. And I think that's how we really enter into this ascension, this new place. And I have to tell you, that is not easy. That has got to be, you have to be extremely courageous to do such a thing. To open up your heart like that, to purify yourself, to be open in that way, to experience love, to love others, to not always judge other people, and go beyond the words. And that is a huge, big deal. And I so commend, and I'm so honoring all the beings out there that are doing this and that are anchoring this, and the ones that we're not seeing, because I know a few beings that are just incredible, beautiful spirits of beautiful divine heart, but they're really not out. You really don't see them,
Like Tom.
but they're doing the work too. They're doing the work too, and that what you're doing and what they're doing is so important, because it really does help to create that frequency, to be there. The other thing, I feel like, I hope we can do this too. I hope we can do the Hokopono, because together on the show, because I really feel that we really need that, and we really need that to go beyond the misgivings. I feel, Todd, that
Hmm.
we need to go beyond just enlightenment.
Yeah.
We need to go beyond enlightenment, and this is what I gathered, is that we've had we're picking up. First of all, the I have had a lot more since last time I've been on your show. The divine beings have been so stronger in my life. The Christos, Solara, some of these archangels, they are so much stronger in my field. And so what I'm recognizing is we used to walk with them. We used to not be so separate. Our divine original blueprint is of that. The ascended masters are not above us at all. We are them.
Yeah.
But we used to literally walk hand in hand with them on the earth plane. And as we raise our frequency, no, someone's knocking at the door. No, can't do that. I don't know who you are. Leave it at the door, please. At the door. As we raise our frequency, we start experiencing things. Oh, we got a hello. we got a hawk, and the bird tribe, and we start things do start happening, and the higher beings are closer to us, and that communication is closer. The veils are thinner, and the other thing is that we're picking up where those ascended master beings left off, Todd, believe it or not. And they're really honoring us. And it's not enough that we separately become enlightened. It used to be, because we already have that template of enlightenment. The ascended masters already gave us that.
Yeah.
We already have the template of enlightenment. So the next phase, what we have to do, and this comes from the sacred divine feminine, is the unity connection. The unity connection. The concert of souls, however that you say that, that is going to be so imperative as time goes on. We need to continue to work on who we are. But we need to start working on seeing each other and experiencing each other beyond the words, beyond the form. This is really important because for our future, because we're going to be going into a crux time really soon. So Spirit is talking to me right now. We're going to go into a little bit of a crux time. And it's going to be like a time of variables. It's going to be a greater time of choice. And there's going to be a little bit more thrown at us. There's going to be more revelations and information. And we are going to have to get through this information. And we need to get through the information. And so what I'm saying is we're going to need to get through just the information and just the words that maybe someone is telling us. Or, okay, I'll be specific. Disclosure. There's going to be more of this.
Yeah.
And we're going to need to get through this information and decipher it.
To the other side.
Yes, but how we do what I'm getting right now is how we do that. There literally is a unity, divine connection within all souls, just like our source connection. And we need to start seeing that, where that is, and how we see each other, and how we connect with others, and what we're actually seeing in their aura, in their words. Now, that's where the empath, intuitive, is so valuable and so important. So all those the blue rays, and beyond just blue rays, but all the intuitive empaths who you are and what you are, that gift is so important
Yeah.
because it has a greater clarity and knowing and information that goes beyond words. It is interdimensional, connecting, and it's beautiful because so many beings on our blue rays, or so many beings are these empaths, and sometimes it can be challenging
It was.
for and to
Now,
be empathic.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And what you're describing is what, and we've talked about this, and you're right. It's beyond Blu-ray, but I mean, what you're saying about we have to get through disclosure, or we have to get through. We just say anything that's illusionary. I mean, these things, like you said, these variables are going to pop up in this crux, uh, but it's that interdimensional thread, that akashic, that ascended thread that we we came into this thing with, uh,
Yes.
that is tightening this grid. That's what you're saying to me. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting that what you're explaining is we have to get through that to the other side, to what we know is true, which we're holding on to right now. You know, and I
Yeah.
think the other thing that
Yeah.
I'm picking up too is that it's a new earth. Everything is taking on a deeper meaning. No matter who you are, no matter what you've been through, what you carry, what you channel, whatever, there is a deeper meaning to every word now. That's why we're having such a difficult time trying to describe these things, because there's a much deeper meaning, and it's limitless for words such as integrity, such as love, you know, such as service, such as humility, and I also like the way you tie it into the emotion, because what that does for me is that accentuates the human essence.
Mm,
I believe that the human
mm, mm,
species, the human hybrid soul
mm.
species, is offering something to the universe that's never been done before. And that's kind of how, what you were talking about when you were talking about the ascendants. We walked with the ascendants, and that's
Yeah.
why we've got the support, and that's why we're
Yeah.
finding all this alignment. But it's
Yeah.
not just to align with it, it's to expand upon what we came into this realm with. And I think that's what I'm getting from it, and what you're saying. And I feel that, alignment, and I feel the expansion. I was trying to think of that word today on the other show. Morgan had said for a long time that everything was about transformation. She'd received that 2019 is about expansion. And to me, expansion obviously is growth, and really creation, creating things that have not been created before, which is kind of how you brought that in at the top of the show,
Yeah.
talking about the ascendants. We have that. We are that. And now it's time to add on to it. And like Amanda
Yeah.
Lawrence says, game on. It's game on. This is what we're here for. We're here for this expansion, and it's within ourselves, and of course collectively as we collaborate with each other. Yeah.
As we I love it as we collaborate with each other, and I just I have been just so blessed by so much support, and the higher beings so close to me now, closer than I've ever been before. With the Christos goddess, just the Christos energy, and Solara, uh, the archangels, Sophia and Isis. They're so they're so close to me, more than ever. And I feel differently, and I can feel spirit differently. It's stronger. And then we have so much support, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel more supported and more connected to spirit than I ever have, and and but I'm also really even more empathic and intuitive. I sow in listening to my empathic, intuitive wisdom, and
Yeah.
and the earth is supporting us. The bird tribes who have showed up and have become strong and true in my life, and that's the elements. It's and the crystals. Again, Todd, these crystals of the earth they're here. They've manifested, like I've said before, to support us and to support this energy and to support our crystalline structure. And Todd, they're they're just showing me more. I
Yeah.
I have the right I have on right now. I don't know if you see this heart. I couldn't wear this heart before, but this is a crystal from Sedona.
Wow.
A white light crystal. This is like this is like the heart of the crystal city, and there is energies in these crystals that are for this particular time, like this new age, and that's why they're. I feel that they are they're being shown to me, and even yesterday I was drawn to go to a whole different place, and my internet, Todd, my internet went down yesterday, and I called my landlord finally because I didn't know what was going on. It happens here in Sedona. This is how it is, and I thought, oh, okay, I'm supposed to be on Todd's show tomorrow. It's been a while, but I don't know if I will be able to. So, but it served because yesterday was a gorgeous day. It was like almost 70 degrees here. So I went out and I was shown another uh, crystals that were extraordinary. And I felt like just so supported.
Yeah.
And this magic, we're in a time right now. Okay, we're the solstice. We're having the Christmas. We call it a lot of different things. We got the Christmas, uh, the 12 holy days, and regardless of your how you believe and connect to the energies of Christmas or of Christ and the birth, this is a time where there is an influx of spiritual energies and dispensation because the higher beings use these times, use these portals to bring in particular energies. And they are definitely using this time. Just like the 11:11 or the 12:12, these gateways, certain solstices, and special sacred days, like the Christmas, are significant. And I just want to point that out. And it doesn't end on a Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. For me, Todd, what I honor are the 12 holy days. And so they are more of the ancient astrological connection. And they're a very significant time that happens from Christmas Day, 12 days, all the way into the new year. Those are called the 12 holy days. And every day corresponds to an astrological sign and the spiritual energies that are coming to the planet and these Christos energies. And so every single day you can connect. It doesn't end with Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Go all the way through to those 12 holy days. And if you're open and receive those energies, you can really experience a lot of a Solar, you gonna come in, Solara? A lot of dispensation and light. But I didn't know if you knew that, but
I didn't know that. I was told yesterday. Lisa told me that the galactic year ends around the 26th or 27th. And somebody else had told me about something planetary that occurred basically in the same time frame you're talking about, which is right through I think the 4th of January. I don't know.
Good.
I mean,
Yes.
there's an
Yes. Yes.
overlap here, um,
Yes.
but definitely there's something going on. I can feel it. I'm really used to seeing the energy in terms of doing these shows, and I do get rocked a little bit from time to
Ah.
time. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not having a problem staying present because that's all I can do is stay present right now. It's like I can't even think about anything else. It's a powerful transmission for myself personally. Um, you had a uh, something here. You said it is the Holy Mother song that has come through as a gift. Can we play that? Yeah, let's
Yeah.
play that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes. And can we also do at some? We can listen to that song, and then can we do the? I hope we can do the Hokopono together because we
However,
need
yeah,
it. We
you just
need
lead
it.
it. We still got about 15 minutes, so we got time. And yeah,
Yes.
we'll let's play this. This is 3
Yes.
minutes and 16 seconds, and this is. You want to explain what this is?
Oh, I'm feeling.
I know.
I'm feeling the. I'm feeling the blessing, and it's interesting because I didn't know that you had a Mother Mary connection until you came here, and Mother Mary kept showing up in the Rosary, and she's very dear to my heart. A lot of times on Christmas Eve, I have gotten very beautiful blessings. Mother Mary came on 2012 on Christmas Eve, and I haven't seen her in that way so powerfully, but just this last Sunday, I woke up and it was this dispensation for the Holy Mother. So it helps us to connect in that way to the new frequency and to the love and to the light and that balance of the sacred divine feminine. So this is a gift from the Holy
Thank-
Mother that's saying through me.
Here we go.
Forgive me. Thank you.
Holy Mary, Mother, Hallelujah, Mother.
I love you. Thank
Mother
you.
Mary, Alleluia. Holy Mary,
I love you.
Holy Mary, Mother.
I'm sorry.
Alleluia, Alleluia. Holy Mother Mary, Alleluia, Alleluia.
Wow. I've been present when you've done some stuff, and I've listened to your CDs, and that is the most amazing thing I've ever heard you do by far. And you do amazing, amazing expressions of harmonic light language, but that was just incredible. That was beyond incredible.
Doing the Ho'oponopono as I'm doing this is, I'm just really feeling like I need to do this,
Yes.
and I need to be a part of this. And so I just would like to do this a few times, and just, I mean, we can do it together if you'd like. And
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I thank you.
I thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
I am sorry.
I am sorry.
Please forgive me.
Please forgive me.
I thank you.
I thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you for letting me do that. That's what I got, was that I needed to say this. I needed to do this for myself, for any beings that I have hurt, that I needed to say this for you, for others, so that you would say it with me. And so others would also share it and say it. And to start to see each other a little bit better. You know, we're all core. You know, we're all human here. You know, once we really start seeing and experiencing these other beings from other planets, they're real dimensions. We're going to get it. We, humanity, we got to come together. You know, and we're all kind of basic at the core, Todd,
Mm-hmm.
because it's really about love.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
love. I mean,
I really resonate with that. I really, I spent a lot of years when I started saying I am soul, I'm not a human being. And then I met a divine feminine who took me on a journey of self-discovery, or at least helped me. And I discovered a higher level of I am soul by discovering the human in me. So I'm absolutely resonate with what we're actually bringing to the universal as a species on this mission, or whatever you want to call it, is actually the, and that's what I love about what you said earlier about emotion, uh, is the uh, is the frequency of human love. And what I mean by that is the frequency that we've spent our entire incarnations trying to realize, and then we came full circle like the dog chasing its tail to discover that it is actually the essence of who we are, what we are, and what we're a part of. So I still stand by it, and I will stand by it as long as I'm breathing. I am soul, but right with that is hashtag the human is the hero, because we cannot have total alignment without the human being honored and revered, trusted and loved and respected. You know, so every time we get together, it's always a beautiful synchronistic spontaneity. I know we have a strong lineage, and we're part of a tremendous effort by this universe that's taken place. And today is a very special day. So I just want to say, on behalf of everybody and on a personal level, thank you for joining us and sharing space with us. And I hope Morgan and I will get to Sedona in the spring, and we
Yes,
can
Todd.
break bread together again.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was thinking, I didn't get to bring Todd out on the land.
Mhm.
Oh my goodness. But it's
Todd was too busy in the room getting his butt whooped by the grandfathers. No,
well,
no,
now you know what it's like to come to Sedona.
I know.
Sedona
Believe
is
me, believe me.
whoa.
They put me on a 5 week fast track, and I went through some major changes there in preparation for being here
Yeah,
now. But I have felt, I have had a premonition that in the spring. But we'll just see how it goes. I mean, this is the Ascension,
yeah,
so it's moment by moment,
yeah,
breath by breath.
yeah.
So thank you so much, Shekina. I love you. Tell everybody in Sedona. Todd said hi. Tell Kimberly I said hi. Told
I
her
will. I will. She has her thing tonight. I'm going. I'm going to
excellent.
her Art Crystal Bowl concert, and I have a new website. Do you see my new website?
Yeah, I put it on the
Shekina Rose. Oh,
yeah,
I'm so blessed
ShekinaRose.com.
by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
It,
ShekinaRose.com.
yeah. I've got it in the body of the post, everybody. So if you're on the replay or the live, ShekinaRose.com. She's going to be one of the core contributors of the Soulogy network, which we're hopefully rolling out in the next few days. And it's always a pleasure to collaborate with you, my dear sister. You have a beautiful rest of solstice. Tell
And you
Kimberly hi,
too. I
and
will.
give
It's
Kimberly
good seeing you, Todd.
give her a big hug and a kiss for me,
I
will you?
will. I
Okay.
will.
I'll see you.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.